Hey guys, this is Charlie from Charlie's Awesome World of Adventures, and today I'm going to give you my review on M3GAN 2.0. Set 2 years after the first, Gemma and Kate, 80 are dealing with changes in the rise of technology. As Gemma's trying, I'd have Kate to be less involved with it. Isn't they found I doubt that one of M3GAN's original design has been used to create a new killer robot called Amelia. That's Kit. Everyone went, and that's responsible for her creation. And Gemma and Katie are next. So, to Gemma's hesitation, the only way she can stop Amelia is to reboot M3GAN and have a go after Amelia, so she can continue her mission to protect Katie. So I was a little late to the hype train with the first M3GAN, but I did give it a watch and I really enjoyed it. I'm not someone who loves horror movies, but I don't mind putting one on now and again. And I gotta say, the first film was pretty good. I really liked it. It didn't like even too much in the horror, but I knew its concept was fun. Stuff was fun and ridiculous, and just had so much fun with it. That's what I really enjoyed the film, as well as it having a bit of a heart with the relationship between AT&T and Gemma. So I was pretty excited. I think when I heard how we were getting a sequel, and the trailers did do a good job of convincing me. And after giving the film watch, I gotta say, it's pretty good. I hesitate to say it's as good or even better than the first film, but I had an enjoyable time the first time I saw it, which was a couple of weeks ago, and I watched it again and today, and it's pretty good. So let's start with the characters. Which I did get kind of a bit of a downgrade. Not to say any of them were bad or anything. In all that I hated them. It's just, as you can tell, they're not as likable as they were in the first film. The only exception to that would be M3GAN herself, who still keeps her entertaining personality. However, there is a part of her that still cares for Katie. And wants to prove she's more than a killer robot to Gemma. So that she could trusted. It's an interesting arc for M3GAN. And I honestly think it worked quite well. To bring the character to life in a new way. As for her creator, to Gemma, she's the character that got the biggest downgrade between this and the original. No. Or what I did say, none of the characters as were hateable, but I was so close to fully disliking Gemma here. Yeah, for most part of the film, and she's shown arrogant reluctance to M3GAN, and fails to accept. Which can kind of be understandable with the stuff M3GAN did in the past. But she acts way too harsh and has the in that she knows best. As I can also kind of say the same about Katie. She's one of the most interesting and complex characters in the original. No way, as she lost her parents in a car crash. As she because I'm in the typical moody teenager you get in these types of films. And the worst part of this is that it ruins the heart of the original. One of the best things about the first film was the relationship between Gemma and Amelia, between Gemma and Katie. Yeah, they had their ups and downs, but it was that coming to accept one another that and Gemma's that she has to be more over Pat. And that make a relationship between the two of them work so well. This film tried to deliver for that, but for the most part, the two are always on edge and arguing with each other. Otherwise, it did make the film feel a bit uncomfortable to watch at some point. As for the rest of the characters, their personalities are mixed back. There's Colin and Tess who just keep eat their roles from the original. It was Gemma's friends and assistants. And it's Christian and a new friend of Gemma's that actually might have a crush. I shouldn't. And Alton Appleton, who tries to get Gemma working with him. Agent so also that I try. I his best option to Gemma, and it's always suspicious. And then there is the new killer robot of the feature, Amelia. Yeah, they already showed how much of a film M3GAN could be in the original in that killer robot. But with Amelia, they took what was already threatening about M3GAN and made her more intense and terrifying. She made for a great threat for the film. And some of the fights between her and M3GAN can feel kind of personal, since they had a similar bit. Also, if there's one other thing that help the film be enjoyable and make her such a great villain, it would be the performance by Ivan in the second act. The actors do a really good performance, especially with me. On Norton and Davis is the voice and I'm on it robot of M3GAN in respect actively. But it's that I can also performance where as she showed how much of a threatening villain Amelia can be in the wrong hands. Next, there's the story. Now, the first film, I knew that the story wasn't going to be the best part. And the film kind of knew that, which is why I still had fun with it because it gave into its concept and had so much fun. And I can kind of say the same thing about the first about this film. Technically, the story isn't great. In fact, many people have said that this is similar to another but horror sequel to Terminator 2, where the main killer robot from the first film has to be the heroes to stop up a new threat. As a result, it does make the film feel predictable, or with the types of ups and downs you would get with a feature like this. It's, however, what M3GAN 2.0 does, as like the first one did, it's embraced its concept. It knows that it's a silly idea from the get-go, and has so much fun with it. This is especially the case with the humour. While I hesitate to say it's as funny as it was the first time, and most of the jokes are really good, and there were some that did give me a big laugh. On top of that, as this film is more action-packed than the first film, the action scenes are a true highlight here. Especially when M3GAN and Amelia have to go up against one another. But it also keeps with a similar horror roots that the first film did. It giving into the bit of creepiness with the characters, and while not embracing the horror as much, they can make some of the kills in the film quite creative. And then there are the visuals. The M3GAN films are quite cheap visually, even with their budget. And that's what makes the visuals so good. This is especially the case with the main androids themselves. With M3GAN and Amelia, they take advantage of their robotic design and functions to make them intense and even show some new ability that they might have, as well as doing a good job to make them blend in with the human crowd. On top of that, the production designs have never been in the film's biggest strength, and some of the costumes are really nice. And the areas do fit the type of more action-packed film that this feature is trying to be. Speaking of which, it's what I've already said, that the action scenes are a highlight of the feature, and the visuals are a great example as to why. Not only do they have an intense and fast pace to them, but they take the most advantages of the robot's ability, taste, and the cinematography to make some intense moments that can be exciting. This is especially the case with the battles between M3GAN and Amelia, where they can be exciting and leave the viewers on the edges of their seats, especially when the film gets closer to the climax, and the intensity does rise. So overall, I hesitate to say it is better than the first film, but I still had lots of fun with this regardless. M3GAN 2.0 is a slight downgrade from the original, yet it's still an entertaining feature on its own right. Sure, the characters did get a big downgrade where some are close to being unlikable, but it makes up for it with a decently executed story, a great fun tone, intense action, really good acting, especially from the main villain, and some great visual effects that all let M3GAN 2.0 to be a really fun sequel. For my recommendation, it honestly depends on how much you really like the first film. If you think the first is really good and you enjoy it, then you're most likely going to have a great time with this one. If you don't really care too much for the first film, then I don't think this will be for you. I can only recommend this to those who really like the first film. Yes, Megan's back. And well, it's debatable if her return was amazing, since she still was able to deliver the same type of fun, and it did it when since she was fascinated, and that's why I'm giving the feature a 7.5 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!